Being a seasoned actor with so many credits to your name, are you ever still surprised by anything you come across in your career? Is there anything that still surprises you, or do you feel like you know it all?
No, it's just weird. Since now, I just feel like it just is a constant reminder of how old I'm getting. I bumped into Bill Walton the other day, a great basketball player. He said, hey, you did an episode of Dave's World with me years ago. He goes, that was a long time ago. And he goes, oh. Yeah, but no, you know, it's fun. You know, it's fun at the cons because people will bring up things that are unique or you forgot about, or you know, maybe nobody's seen in a while, or you haven't even thought about it. That was fun. Somebody brought news radio today. That was a fun experience getting to do that. Somebody just brought up this little thing I did in Atlanta years ago called Run, Ronnie, Run. Yeah!
Well, I'd love to take some questions from some of your fans. We've got a third microphone on the stage. One of our volunteers is going to grab that. If you have a question, please raise your hand and our volunteer will come to you. In the meantime, are there any actors, former castmates that you've worked with before that you're still in touch with regularly?
Yes, Jason Alexander every now and then, Jerry Seinfeld, David Spade. Yeah, we went golfing not long ago. He only plays 9 holes, and so he's a little bit of a princess. But I love him. If he's recording this, I love you, David. But listen, you're a little spoiled. We played 9 holes, and on a par 5, he got an eagle. His drive down the fairway, then he did a second shot down the fairway, and then 111 yards out, put it in the hole. And he was just so done. He goes, oh, and he goes, oh, it's only second one, like that. And we weren't like writing the score down, but I was keeping it mentally, and he beat me. And my course, and it was humiliating. So, because let's face it, I mean, you don't look at Davey and think, you know, greatest athlete in the world. But better golfer than me, at least on that day.
All right, we've got a question from the audience right over here.
Hi, so I was going to ask, how did you get casted to do the intro video for Soarin'? Did they just call you up, or was it an audition? How did that happen?
Well, that was, it was just sort of an offer that came through, and I was asked if I was interested, which, of course, anything and everything for Disney, and it was super fun to do. I love to embarrass my kids there when I go. Might be one of the reasons why they avoid going to Disneyland. Because we'll be waiting in the line, you know, and I might have a hat on, glasses, or since I'm 20 years older than that, I don't even look like it anymore. It looks like my kid up there. But we'll be standing in line, and then before I come on for the presentation, I just tell everybody in line, quiet, everybody! I love this guy. And my kids will be like, but it's always a day of me embarrassing them. Oh, this is something I love to do. I encourage everybody to do this. I want this to become a thing. When you're on the Pirates of the Caribbean and you're going by the restaurant, so everybody's very quiet, I always like to yell out, I recommend the view! In a pirate voice. And then my kid, I do this every time he's got to do this. But what was funny was, like, the last time I did it, one of the waiters at the restaurant, shh. Yes, I got shush. Come on, I know you're trying to be a fancy restaurant, but it's Disneyland.
Yeah.
So
Another question?
My question is, what was your favorite line as Joe Swanson?
I don't remember a favorite line. There was one really ridiculous episode where Meg had a crush. And it was really, really awful. Like having dinner together and she's saying really, really inappropriate things. But I did get to work with, I actually got to record that one with the lovely Mila Kunis, which is fun, because normally we just record by ourselves. And, but it's fun. It's, my parents hated that show forever. They wanted me to leave the show forever. Because they're very, very religious. My father was in the monastery for 3 months. He almost became a monk. And then decided that wasn't his calling. He went into medicine. And Mom went to school with the nuns. And my mom's worse than most of the nuns. She took it to a whole nother level.
Next question.
I have a similar question. What was your favorite line as Brock Sampson?
Maybe when somebody wanted to take a knife from them or something, and he said, "Go ahead, take it." Take it. Yeah. Someone. You gotta love something. My problem, see, with the Venture Brothers is half the time I have to ask my boys, "What's going on?" I only read my stuff. So, but it is a clever show. And if you haven't seen Venture Brothers, it's been described as like Johnny Quest on acid, or, or the Hardy Boys wrong.
Next question.
What was it like getting cast for Family Guy?
Well, again, it was one of those things where I didn't get a script. I just got like 4 pages of something, and I looked at it, and of course, reading Family Guy dialogue, you have to ask yourself, is it okay to do this? So, but it's been strange. It's just something that kept growing. You know, we were on for 2 years, and then the show got canceled. And then at the time, the Family Guy DVDs were the highest selling DVDs like in history, which made Fox have to reevaluate and brought the show back. And so here we are, it's like 20 years later, and so it's just been fun for years to be on it. And, not without controversy, but I, spent a lot of time apologizing for being on that show. At the same time, I feel like it's really important to have satire in this world where we can all laugh at each other and for everything. And the nature of satire is, it's a bit offensive, but that's that. So I just tell my parents, just don't watch the show. Don't watch it.
Next question.
That 2 lines of David Spade impersonation you did was hilarious. Are there any other celebrity impersonations you can do, or any you can't do, but do you want to embarrass somebody by trying?
Not really an impersonator. I think I could do Brad Garrett though a little bit. Hey, Ray. Mom's not going to be very happy. It's a way I know a lot of people like to do their impression of me to me, and which is fun. And I did that impression for Brad one time because we had to do a photo shoot together. And Brad is he's 6'9". He's a very tall man. I said, I'm going to do an impression of him. He's like, let's hear it. And then I did it, and he goes, that's not bad.
Got another question?
So, when did you realize you were famous, and how did you react?
That's a good question.
My friends are such jerks, my buddies. I remember one time I was in a pool hall, and I had done an episode of Designing Women, and they went up to some girl in the bar, and said, walk up to him and say, hey, so you're in Designing Women. You were great. She hadn't. And so then, she she like walks up and goes, "Oh, you were great in the same one." And I go, "Oh, well, thank you," whatever. And then my buddies were all laughing because they said the whole thing up. You guys are jerks. I don't know, you start doing more work and then people like, you know, notice you from things. Seinfeld certainly was the one that everybody was watching that, you know, back in the day. And it seems to have had legs since then, but, you know, that was probably when I noticed, you know, getting recognized more on public airports, things like that. You know, Seinfeld. Nobody recognized you with this mustache, though. What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I did.
Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But that was a fake mustache. The first real one I've ever had. Well, thank you. I'll take Tom Selleck, Tom Skerritt, Wilford Brimley. No, thank you, but
Do you like being anonymous now that you've got the mustache and people aren't recognizing you as much?
well, you know, listen, I've had this last year and I haven't even been out much this last year, but I just kind of grew it as a joke with my boys. We all did it over the summer and they all shaved theirs and I kept mine. And I did a little film in Indianapolis in October called The Duel and added in that. I played this character, Christoph, who